Good morning. It's kind of another cold, blustery morning. It's windy, it's cold. It's about 43 degrees right now. And I apologize, I'm driving, but I am paying attention to the road. But and it's going to be an interesting morning. I got a call from the post office this morning. Our package of bees has arrived. So now I need to drive to town, which is about 35 miles, and I need to go pick up these bees. So I'm going to take you along for the ride. I'm going to show you how they arrive from the post office. I'm not sure if it's going to come in a wooden box or a plastic box. Nonetheless, whatever we get, I'll show you the packaging and that kind of you. As soon as I get out of the post office, I'll set the box in the seat and show you how they're packaged. So let's get to work. All right. I'm sorry about the rain through the glass there. I don't want to get out because my phone's not covered, but this is our post office. You can see it's an old building. It's been around for quite a while. So let me get in here and let me get this package of bees. All right. Got the bees picked up. I decided, because of the weather and that kind of thing, that I'm just going to show you what they're packaged in when we get to the house. They're packaged in a plastic box. A couple things that are important if you are having bees delivered is first to call the post office in advance and let them know, hey, especially if you're in a small town, but otherwise to call the post office and let them know that I've got a box of bees coming, a package of bees coming, and they should be here on the approximate date that they're going to be here. The reason being is many people are actually allergic to bees to begin with, although it's really, you'd really have to try to get stung by the bees in their packaging. That said, it's still just a good idea to let them know in advance that, hey, I have this package of bees coming. Additionally, many people are just scared to death of bees. You'll see that once we get to releasing these guys and that kind of thing, typically now they're going to be a little wound up, but they shouldn't be terrible, especially with the cold. But they're generally very calm. They can be a little bit more agitated today because of the travel and all the things that are going on. But once they get set up and established, they're typically very calm, very relaxed, and they're not after you. The majority of the time, unless there's a threat, they're very busy. They've got work to do, and that's what they focus on. They've got pollen to gather. They're trying to take care of the queen, and they don't really worry about what you and I are doing. I was out near our crabapple trees the other day, which are still in full bloom, which is really nice. And there were bees everywhere. And you can stand next to them. You can touch the flowers while the bees are on it. The bees are not bothered by you. They've got work to do. They're busy. They're doing things, and they're not going to be aggressive towards you unless there's a threat. A threat being something like a skunk or a raccoon knocking the hive over, trying to get into the honey, or something along those lines. Then they can become very agitated very quickly, very defensive of their hive, and they will react aggressively in that situation. So as long as you go slow and as long as you take care of them, as far as you're not banging on the hive, you're not just ripping it apart and that kind of thing, you're not going to have much problem typically. So it's just something to be aware of. And it's something good to let the post office know in advance. Hey, I've got this package of bees coming. So if anyone's allergic or if anyone is afraid of bees, as the things come in that morning, pardon me, as the package comes in that morning, they'll be aware. Oh, here's that package of bees the guy called about, and they'll have someone else who's not afraid of them handle them accordingly. What you don't want somebody to do is be afraid of them and drop them and that kind of thing. one other thing I just want to note is that the post office has really changed a lot of the ways that they're doing things. Um, it used to be that you could get something shipped, live animals, different things like that, bees, different things that need to be kind of rushed. You could get those done second day air or whatever, and or express or whatever, and they would be 2 or 3 days and your package would arrive. I'm not sure what's going on, but this package was express and should have been here days ago, but it literally took 5 days a package. When these bees are shipped, they're shipped with a small container of honey, excuse me, not honey, sugar water, or kind of a slurry almost of like a sugar water mix. And they don't have a lot, but it's enough to kind of carry them through 3 days approximately. Now, with the post office slowing down how long it takes to get those bees here, it is putting the bees in a state of hunger, and it's something that should be avoided if possible. But it's something that you need to know in advance as well, so that when you do introduce your bees to the hive, you want to feed them right away, and get them some nutrients and the things that they need so that they can sustain and kind of start building the colony right away. All right, let's get home and let's take a look at these bees. Okay, there's really not much to see here. This is the packaging that a package of bees comes in. Um, It looks as though this has been kind of handled roughly. And this is the reason why, is because there's a lot of stuff here on the top, some honey, some different things like that, that it just kind of leads me to believe that maybe this was kind of on its side at one point or something like that. The packaging shows that it should be, one side up or whatever, but sometimes, people don't really take that into consideration. But anyway, I'm going to leave these guys here where they are for the moment. All right. What I've got is I've got the bees out here with me. It's about 50 degrees outside, so when I got home, because of all the stuff with the cows and that kind of thing, I had to sort them and then come back to the bees. I took them in the house, let them warm up for a little bit, and everything is good. They seemed to be doing well. What I did now is I brought them back outside while I'm preparing the hive. I've got everything pretty well ready, but I'm going to use the colder temperatures that we have right here to kind of bring them down a little bit to where they're not as active. It's about 50 degrees out, so they're not going to be terrible, but it will help me in ease of introducing them to the hive, in that it's not 100 degrees and they're not going to be super active or any of that stuff. So I'm just kind of using the temperatures here to my advantage. They've been in here for, I don't know, 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. I'll finish showing you what I've got for a hive here, and then what I'll do is I'll show you some of the equipment I'm going to use. The first thing I want to say is I'm no master beekeeper, anything like that. I got a couple hives. I've had them for a while. We've been pretty lucky with them overall, and so we're just introducing another one. And to be honest, with the flowering of all the fruit right now, it couldn't have come at a better time for us and the bees, to be honest. So I'm just going to show you the hive that I've got really quickly. I'm going to show you the equipment that comes with it, and how it's set up, and the reason that I use this hive. And then I'm going to stage everything over there so it's set up. And then I'm going to kind of introduce them and put them in the hive and that kind of thing. So I'm going to show you really quickly what I've got. This is called an Apamea hive. It's insulated, it's heavy walled plastic that's formed. I really like it because it takes nothing to get another body to put on top. They will secure on there, get basically buckled down. It's got good carrying handles. Additionally, all the hive frames and everything are really nice. They're solid, and really to add to it or to get different things that you may want for the hive body or the neck super or whatever it is super easy to get, and they attach super easy and so on. I've got a queen excluder and so on. We've got a queen excluder, which I don't really need today, but I'm just showing you what we've got. We got a hive tool, gonna need that. I've also got a couple of feeders that sit right here on the top. I really like these feeders because you can just pour syrup in. Bees have access through here. They'll be able to come up, climb down, almost like a ramp right here, and they'll be able to just get the feed or the sugar water or whatever it is. If you've got a little cake or something, you can put in here as well. And then additionally, you can cover this and it's fully enclosed. So you don't have any issues whatsoever with needing the queen excluder at the moment or anything like that. Right now, I'm going to leave these covers. I'm going to leave these covers on for now, but we don't really need them at the moment. As I've said, I've got some feed. You don't really need to purchase feed. For me, with everything I've got going on right now, this was the easiest access for me at the moment. The hive lid literally just goes on directly over, goes in that second one, and it just clips down. From there, you've got handles. I could reintroduce, or I could introduce all the bees right here and carry it over. But I'm just going to carry everything over to the location that I need it to start with, and then from there we'll unbox the bees and that kind of thing out there and continue moving forward. Some of the things I like about this, on both ends, it's got these vents. Now we can, because this one is the hive body, I'll always either keep it in this or this right here, either mode. That'll allow ventilation, but it won't allow the queen to leave or anything like that. Additionally, you've got a second one here. You've got two on the opposite side as well. It's also got these doors that, depending on how cold it is, you can close them all the way up. You can leave them to where it's just open a little bit. There are two of these, so I can close one. If it's really cold out, I can just leave this one open to where it's just got a little bit of access. I'll be able to, let's see, where is it? I can close these to where there's really no wind blowing through or anything like that, and really kind of close this down. The bees can still come and go as necessary, but it's not going to get a lot of wind or anything like that through there to begin with. What I'll probably do to begin with is just leave them just where they're kind of in an open state like this, on one on each end. That'll allow a little ventilation, but not a bunch. Additionally, I'll leave this to where it's just one is open like this, and the other closed. Bees can come and go, and as it warms up, all I got to do is come out there and give these a slide, and boom, they got full access to the hive. So I'm going to carry everything over there and get everything prepared, and then we'll release these guys into the hive. All right, so I'm going to, just about to the point where I'm going to put these guys in the body here. And close up my jacket. It looks like the lid to this is going to be really easy to open, which is going to be very convenient. We like that. Easy is good. Today's been a long day, I'll tell you. Lots going on. Okay, so I have them set down here so that they would be kind of out of the wind a little bit. They're very inactive right now. I'm just going to give them a shake. Okay. I'm not really banging them on anything. I'm just kind of trying to shake some of them down. I really like the way they've designed this top. I just fold these tabs back and I should be able to slide this over. Yeah, that's really nice. I like that a lot. Okay, I'm going to try to show you here this flap. You can kind of see this tab right here. That one right there. That is the little box that the queen is going to be located in. So I'm going to pull this can out. This can has got like a sugar water. You can kind of see it there on the top. And then I'm going to pull the queen out. There are probably going to be a bunch of bees right there when I do pull it out. Then I've got to get that queen, kind of set her aside here. And then I've got to set her in the hive and then kind of turn these bees into the hive itself. So it's kind of stuck in there a little bit. This is where you need your hive tool to kind of unstick it. It's really sticky type syrupy mess right now. So I'm going to slowly pull this out. There we are. There's a couple of bees right there. And you can hear how quiet the bees are right now. It's cool right now. And they're very, very relaxed. All right, this is the box that the queen comes in. You can see the bees here that are on the box. Now the queen is going to have a couple of workers in there with her that are going to take care of her while she's in this case. Now you can see how calm these bees are right now. They're just trying to get into her. There's some candy here. I'm going to have to pull a little of this candy out. But we're going to move her off to the side, and I just need to check her to make sure she's alive and all of that stuff really quickly. I'm going to set the bees here to the side. There's our queen. She looks good. She's active. And it looks like they've already gone through the vast majority of this candy. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave this cork just like that to where it's just barely in there now. What's going to happen is with all that candy gone, if I turn her loose right now, they may still reject her. So I'm going to set her to the side, right down here. I'm going to shake these guys into the hive. You can see I'm not really banging on it. You can, I just don't know that it's necessary. Okay, we still have quite a few in there. Let's see here. Let me try to get this open. All right, there we go. You can see the rest of the bees that are in there now. Now I'll try to tap them out a little bit more. There you go, guys. Come on. All right, so I've got the vast majority of the bees out of there. If you got anything out of this video, if you enjoy the content, please do me a favor and like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I sure do appreciate it. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.